Do I have bad taste? You all know that feeling, I'm sure, and if you don't, well, I'm jealous. Sometimes I feel so passionately about stuff that doesn't seem to be liked by anyone. I don't know why I'm into bad stuff, whether that be games, movies, shows, anything really. I mean, when I really found out I have bad taste is when I was playing Metal Gear Survive, and for some reason I was kind of enjoying myself. After an almost cataclysmically bad release and reception, I remained as one of the only people playing the game, and it is terrible. With its repetitive design, its almost insane survival mechanics, having to eat every 5 minutes, but the animals respawn every 6 minutes, a terrible replication of Hideo Kojima's unique and strange video game development philosophy. And yet, I'm still kind of having a good time. I put 24 hours into it before I gave up at the boss fight that you fight at the main HQ, only because you don't get your stuff back after you die, which is so silly. I might have completed MGS Survive if it wasn't for the god-awful death punishments, like dying in regular MGS. You just go back to the save point, right? But not in Survive. You lose all your resources you used in the first attempt, and then you die, and you don't get them back. I was like, no thanks game. Another stint of bad taste I came across was the first Devil May Cry game I ever played, which was DMC Devil May Cry. The reboot, oh my lord, Capcom, you idiotas. Now, I'm not saying I would have rathered this instead of a Direct 4 follow-up, but it's not all that bad in the grand scheme of things. It can actually be quite a blast, but you can't ignore the sucky plot, the uninteresting characters with absolutely no personality. Virgil being one of the highlights of 3 is now kind of bland. I wish there was no Virgil twist villain. That ruined a lot of the fun right there. I was thinking to myself, while on my first playthrough, oh wow, they're doing something different to the OGs. This is good. This is really good actually. Then it turns out, just out of nowhere, hey guys, I'm evil now. I want to rule the world. It's out of left field. There are supposed to be hints all over the game, but no, there aren't. They're very surface level at best, and I always chalked it up as, oh, the ends justify the means kind of mentality, which is perfectly fine for a protagonist to have. So I was excited because I thought they were taking the Dante-Virgil rivalry in a different direction. Just as we established, no. Yet I still managed to sink a cool 130 hours into DMC Devil May Cry, so you tell me if I hated it or not. Another game that was hated by many, loved by me, as it seems, was Godzilla 2016. My word, was this game hated by so many people. It ruined any future potential for Godzilla games, so thanks Godzilla 2016. You messed up, bro. But I still love you. Yes, indeed, I love the OG Godzilla movies from Japan. They're genuinely very good, and because they use miniatures and suits for their monster throwdowns, it led to a low budget, which in turn led to a lot of Godzilla movies coming out, and some of the costumes and monsters are really well designed. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Japan knows their monsters. My word, I'm sure if you had never seen a Godzilla movie before, you will definitely know who King Ghidorah is. As an example, that's how far Godzilla reaches. So what does this have to do with the game, here you ask? Well, there are a lot of monsters, dozens and dozens in fact, and that means a lot of characters to choose from. My god, there are so many monsters to choose from, and they even added in 2014 Godzilla, which is my favorite Godzilla design ever, maybe second to Godzilla 2002, because 2002 slaps and you cannot tell me otherwise. With the amount of monsters from my childhood on display, you can't but love to death a game, even if it is boring. It's just so cool to see these monsters on screen and hear them roar as they take down their opponents and buildings of all shapes and sizes. It's terrible graphics, it's lackluster game design, its boring missions weren't enough to deter me from continuing to play it. So, bad taste. Is it unnecessary evil? I mean, taste is subjective. What's really fun to me may not be as fun for you. It's like chicken and steak. They're both nice, but we all have our prejudices and our own biases towards these things. I know people who hate veggies so much, and others who basically pride themselves on how much of veggies they eat. If you like playing a game or watching a movie that isn't considered good by others, then just enjoy it for what it is. Like, I'm sure those people have their own tastes that they're not proud of having, and while I'm not proud or ashamed of my tastes in games, I still don't let it detract from the fact that I enjoy playing Godzilla, I enjoy DMC, and okay, I don't like Survive, but I still enjoyed my time with it. Please don't think I'm defending Survive. It is a terrible game and should not be played. Maybe having bad taste in games is just a way for my brain to perform mental gymnastics and make me think I like these objectively inferior games. Well, I'll leave that to your imaginations. What are some games that I hated but you seem to like? Let me know. Good night.